Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Debbie J, welcome in, welcome in. Boy, Warpath's gonna be late, and I'm not sure. I know Mr. Port's working hard, so I don't know if he's got lost the time or he's fell asleep or he's out working. So last time I knew he was gonna be in. Um This is for the restream or people to catch the live. That'd be great. I'm an old bird, old granny here, up the hills, down the hills, live life. And I was thinking, it was so good back in the day. I don't know if back in the day life was easier or as a child or teenager. We didn't give a sheesh. We just go on and we didn't have any responsibility. We just love life, live life and help our parents, We worked hard, but it was nothing. Well, working on the farm was hard work. But if you guys remember, was only one telephone. We don't back then. It was something Bell. But it's not like today, there's Verizon and da 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 da. Back then was a good old times, When you go buy food, it's food. You don't have to worry what is in the food. If it was vegetables, guess what? It's vegetables. If it's bread, there's bread. Hi, Debbie. Debbie, how are you? 29 months. My goodness. It don't seem like it could be that long, but girl, wouldn't be the same. You weren't here. Come on up and join me. I was talking about the good old days. Was it really the good old days back then? Or is it because I've been bad, as you know? Oh, I won't tell. Shh. To the grave, girl, to the grave. But nowadays, we work our assets off. Better days, yes. Is it because we were young and dumb and didn't know any better and our body was tough, resilient? Nowadays, we get out back going, oh, I don't remember that was hurting last night. Ugh. Okay, well, yeah, okay. Gotta take something for the pain. I haven't even gotten out of bed and I'm already taking pain pills. Yeah, pain pills, Tylenol, yeah. I prefer me. Ah, I think it was because we took care of, yeah, ourselves and food. And I think you're right. Food back then, we never really ever ate out. No fast foods. Everything was at home cooking. I mean, the vegetables came from the garden. If you were lucky, like the farmers, they have their own meat. We know what our meat, how good our meat was, Um, everything was good. I mean, everything was great. And back in the days, my dad would go to the doctors for a checkup, and she says, for a 60-year-old, you have a body of a 40-year-old. Hold on, let me see if I can turn your mic on. Turn your mic on, sweetheart.
Huh?
Huh? Oh, I hear ya. How are you doing
Yeah,
today?
I was listening to what you were saying.
Oh, okay. No, they say red meat is dangerous. Don't eat all this red meat, red meat, red meat, red meat. Well, Dad was always outside working his assets off, like a lot of us do when we were working, me as a nurse. Um, you you work your assets off, you know what I mean? And she said, you have a body of a 40-year-old and there's no problem. He ate red meat till the day he died of Alzheimer's, well, dementia, but his body was tough and rough. You know what I mean?
Well, they built them better back then.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean,
Now some of these men are just little crybabies. They ain't
oh
going to know
my goodness.
no hard work and see calluses on their hands, and their fingernails look better than mine.
Oh, they probably get pedicures and manicures.
Yeah, they
There's
get real
that.
pretty.
Yeah. When you said that, I remembered I give Warpath and Debbie J and Mr. Pork a hard time here because I love them. To me, they're family. You guys are family. And once in a while, I feel honored enough to like Warpath, and I've tried to find men for her, but there's a lot of men kind of light in the feet lately. They're not men anymore.
Nope.
I'm not gonna go, that's my dress, take it off. Mm-mm. No, sir. I wear it. Where's my panties? Oh, are you wearing my pants? I mean, there's no way.
You never know what you're going to get.
When I was married, we went to visit his dad, and we were sitting there gabbing, and all of a sudden, it was about over 15, 16 years ago. Here comes a guy dressed, big man, not a pretty man, not one of those men that you kind of go, okay, you have the body to be a girl. You know what I mean? Feminine. No, he was wearing a dress and sandals. And I thought I said in my mind, what the fuck?
I
All of
think
a
I would have said
sudden,
it out loud.
I said it out loud. He grabbed me and he just informed me that this is how their family member lives. And I just started laughing. I said, let me get it out. Let me get it out. Hold on. Let me get it out of my system. I said, oh, hell no. I'm going to the basement. I can't get this out of my system. I would say something. But I guess I'm old school and I'm not used to people like that. And good for you if you want to wear a dress, you know. And then calling themselves women, in my opinion, and only aim for me, nobody else. My opinion, you're not a real woman if you don't have an ovary, uterus. You're not a real woman if you haven't went through period cramps. And
Well, DNA, if you go out, and I took forensics a few times, and you go out in
mhm,
the field, and I've done that here in Quantico, Virginia, and we've studied that. And DNA, we studied bones, and we had to
yeah,
determine from the bones, is this a male or a female? We had to determine the age approximately.
right.
Um,
Height,
we had to also determine what could have possibly been the cause of death if that was, if it wasn't too old. And
right.
DNA is the very
Nationality.
first thing that we're going to do to say it was a male, it was a
Yeah,
female. It ain't
yes,
no in
yes.
between.
Sorry, if you have a ding-a-ling and two berries, it's only one way for you. You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig. Now, I don't know if you guys remember. I'm just there's a reason to my madness. I hope. Um. Remember when Campbell's was saying that Campbell's was only for poor people.
And they changed
And
some
it,
of the ingredients in the Campbell's that is ridiculous. And it's got a lot of products now, just bioengineered stuff. It's not, it makes things taste funny. You
yeah,
know, you use cream of mushroom to make chicken dishes, or you use the cream of corns or whatever it is. It just makes things taste weird now.
well,
I don't
have
know
you
what it is.
seen?
They changed it.
I can play the thing when the guy said it's 3D, bioengineer and 3D. I don't need it. It's just for the poor people. I can play that if you want me to. I can replay that. I've done it in the past. And
I think it also tastes like it's got way too much salt. Really, really watery. It makes it. It's not
it's
creamy.
nasty. It's
It look.
nasty.
It doesn't even look good. It looks very nasty. It doesn't
All right.
look like what it used to, and it doesn't make your dish that you're cooking very, very
Look good.
tasty either. Because they
Yeah.
changed up the formula to it. Are they doing something to change it up?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't understand. I have everything laid out. Now I can't. It won't show anything. Okay. YouTube. I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna do the long way around it. When you think you're ready,
Well, a lot of the Campbell
you're not.
soups I've noticed, even the chunky Campbell soups, everything just
Yeah.
tastes so different. It's just not it. It just tastes different. Looks
They
different.
don't care. They don't care.
Mm-mm. And when I'm
They
sick, I want chicken noodle soup, and my husband fixed me some chicken noodle soup, and I couldn't eat it. I don't know what they've
Yeah.
changed about it, but it's might be the broth. It just wasn't any good.
And I used to do chicken noodle soup for the kids when they get sick. You know what I mean? And I was busy and couldn't make them homemade.
All right,
Now,
so
look, ready for this? Can you see this, Debbie?
Yeah.
Now, nothing like kicking us when we're down. And what would happen if we go around shopping at grocery store with a scale in our purse and the cop sees the scale? What would they think? It wouldn't be
You
good.
gotta weigh everything. Everything now is like 5 pounds. It should be 5 pounds, but it's not.
They try to suck every penny out of you. Couple ounces there, couple ounces here. You don't care. It's only a few ounces. But you know what? It adds up. Here, watch this.
here's our latest scale fraud target. The Clover Valley brand confection and powdered sugar. Do you think that any of these 6 bags weighs 2 pounds? We have our 2 pound weight here right at 2. Let's weigh it. Bag number 1. Let's stand it on end right there. What do we have? 1 pound, 12 ounces, 4 ounces short. Bag number 2. Up on end, what do we have? 1 pound, 13.6 ounces. There, went to 7. We'll give it 7. What is that? That's a little over 2 ounces shy. Bag number 3. What do we have? We have 1 pound, 12.5 ounces. So 3.5 ounces shy. Bag number 4. We have 1 pound, 12.1 ounces. Remember, we're dealing with packaging as well, too. But we'll say that's almost 4 ounces shy as well. Bag number 5. What do we have? Bag number 5 is at 1 pound, 12.2 ounces. Almost 4 ounces again shy. And what do we have here? Bag number 6, 1.29 ounces. 3 ounces shy. Now, I know one of you guys will back me up with the exact figures in the comments, but what are we roughly looking at? About 20 ounces short in just 6 bags, nearly 2/3 of a bag. So each one of those bags is either under or way under the average 1 to 2% allowed by the FDA. This is obvious short weighting.
I think it should be a criminal offense. It might be only pennies to each customers, but if they're shopping at Dollar General, they're counting each
Pennies
pennies.
count. Pennies count. There are plenty of people who, are digging out of their penny banks and
Yeah,
trying to make it. And you
yeah.
don't need to be cheated. You expect to get 4 pounds of potatoes or a gallon of milk. That's what you expect to do, is to get the items that you paid for.
Well,
But
back in the day,
unfortunately, baking
it's
goods and
not.
everything has gone way up, and it's getting ridiculous that you can't even get
Mm-hmm.
flour. I don't know
Well,
what's people's Thanksgivings and Christmases are going to look like. You know,
if you don't, I don't. It's going to be sad. They are saying now that they have now lab grown everything from ducks, turkeys, chicken, everything. They don't need farmers now.
and
They
that's
don't
why I
need
think a
farmers.
lot of people are sick. Alzheimer's is on the rise. Nerve
Yep,
disorders, headaches, people having stomach disorders. Even a lot. My doctor was telling me about people coming in with skin infections. Girls going
yeah,
into having their little cycles way early and growing their breasts too early. And um,
yeah.
I
People
think
don't
one
care.
lady was concerned that her daughter's hands looked way longer and bigger. And I remember her talking about it in the doctor's office, how certain areas of the body arms look longer on kids and stuff. And I'm like, I never knew paying attention to it, but there could be a pattern to it.
Heck yeah. If they're making it from the freaking lab, heck yes. You don't know what they put. And one says it just has arsenic in it. It could cause cancer. Hold on, arsenic can cause death.
If you consume a huge quantity
Yeah,
of it, yeah. But
yeah.
not only that, look at what it does to your nerve system and what it
Oh
does
yeah,
to your body in general.
yes.
Cause you to drink a
Now,
lot more if you consume too much of it. That there's your beverages and stuff. I cut
yeah,
out all sodas and just about everything except, and the juice and milks now and apple juice. Everything looks funny. None of it looks alike. If you go where
well,
one's apple juice is darker than this one is lighter,
yeah,
but it's the same brand. You got to wonder,
yeah.
what are they doing?
They don't give a shit about us.
No, and it
Watch
shows.
this. Ready to have you jaw drop? Watch this.
Milk is hitting shelves this year. Here's everything you need to know. Companies like Coca-Cola Israel and Danone are investing heavily into this. The milk is grown in a lab without the cow. The milk product is made by scraping cells after producing tissues of a live animal. Researchers then immortalize the cells by adding a gene from a monkey virus called SV40, so that way they divide endlessly. The cells are then
Monkey virus.
I mean, and that's the next thing. I mean, accuse people eating bats caused COVID, and now we're going to be doing some monkey, and then remember mad cow disease. They killed
Yeah,
off cows because of mad cow disease. Now we're going to be running around. I'm going back to being a vegetarian and eating grass and bark.
but you know what? We are the subject. We are the lab rats. They haven't, they're just putting it out now. So we are the lab rats. That's why they're putting up extra cancer center treatments, redoing extra hospitals to get ready for more people, is because we are the lab rats.
They just
And
built a hospital up here just strictly for children in my area, and now it's expanding.
yeah,
I'm like, okay, you just bought some land, and now they're expanding it. In our cancer centers, we got more cancer clinics popping up now.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, and the heart doctor, I took my client to the heart doctor, and there's literally the waiting room is packed. The waiting room is packed. I ain't never seen it like that. When I
How
was a
freaking
nurse
sad.
15 years ago, and you'd go to the heart doctor, there might be one or two, three people in there, with needed heart monitors and etc.
Mm-hmm.
You go in there now, and there are people in their 20s. There was a child in there today, and I think he was like 13 years old, and he had already had one heart surgery.
Oh,
And how many times we've heard the children playing football, and all of a sudden they collapsed, they had a heart attack.
yes,
I'm like, what?
yes.
It
It's
happened
from
at
the.
our high school, and the child was playing football, never
I
any
bet he got a
indication of
tetanus shot.
anything,
I bet he
and he
got a
had a heart
tetanus
attack.
shot. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Guys, let me finish this, and I want to show you something else.
Sealed in a steel tank called a bioreactor and artificially signaled into lactating. The final byproduct is what's called milk. Wilk, an Israeli biotech company, has received millions.
Let me do it. They put something in so it would lactate. Lactate. So if they put this lactation chemical in, wouldn't women lact and men?
There could be some men with some boobies.
Oh yeah, wet boobies.
The final byproduct is what's called milk. Wilk, an Israeli biotech company, has received millions in funding and has also been awarded a U.S. patent for cell-based milk production, which includes breast milk. In their production system, both human and animal tissue are collected depending on the product. Mississippi has already banned the sale of this, but instead of waiting for the rest of the country, make sure to ban fake foods within your own home.
You know what? They're putting human cells in there.
Well, they're cooking humans at McDonald's, according to what they say.
Well, I had that new Mc whatever arch, and that wasn't meat. I had everything from rabbit to, you know what I mean? That's no meat I've ever tasted before, and I do not want to ever taste it again. It was nasty. I would not be surprised if they said it was human. Mm-mm, mm-mm. But they're putting human into this milk for lactation. Little kids are gonna have wet boobies. Lactating men are gonna be like monkey virus. Remember the old song? I got knocked down, get up again. Da, 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 da. I get knocked down, get up again. Life knocks you down. Bullies knocks you down. Everywhere you go, work knocks you down. You get up again, grit your teeth, and go, that wasn't fun. But
It's
when
never
is
fun.
enough? What?
It's never fun. I
Yeah,
work 7 days a
yeah,
week, and I work all day. So there are some
yeah.
days that are better than others, but you struggle to make it paycheck to paycheck, and you still don't have enough time in the day to make it. And I'm off at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up again at 6. It ain't much time for
No,
sleep. It ain't much
no.
time for sleep. It ain't no time for rest. And then in the meantime, you got to worry about eating crap that's bad for you.
Hell
To go to
yeah.
the grocery store, it's like you better have a whole day off to go to the grocery store so you can read all the labels.
Hell yeah. And bring a trifocals. They hide them in creases. They hide them. They hide the dangerous parts. And people go, I remember back in the day, I can't wait till I can retire so I can go do this and go do this.
There are people in
What?
my area in their 80s. I have an employee that works for me, and he's 80 years old. So
Yeah,
where's
what?
retirement? He's 80 and he
Really?
works for me. He's 80 and he works for me. Where's his
Well, I
retirement?
I I look like I rode a horse for 6 months. I broke my back in two places, and blew out my right knee. Now, whoever had the bulging disc and says she can jump 50 in a pool is full of her eyes are brown for a reason, you know. And I figured out why Michelle is the way she is.
Because she's full of shit.
Well, she's that too, but you know what tuna has? Mercury. You know what it does? Hurts the brain. She's smooth brain because of her tuna cans. Bad joke.
Yeah, I do believe it.
Nah, bad joke, bad joke. I mean, this world's I was never scared of this world till now. And the reason why I'm scared is because I have kids that are middle ages. Grandkids are very young or going to be born. And we're leaving this mess to them. And you're trying to tell your kids it's not safe, do this, do that. Oh, mom, you're just overreacting. No, I'm not. Mom, you're just overreacting. Okay, now the same guy, I really like him. Guess what? I think it's because we take care of our food, etc. Yeah. I mean, we've got to go back into gardening and canning our food and back at the time. And who has time to be in the kitchen like our grandparents was? But I think we have to, or we're going to eat this shit that's going to kill us. All right. This is from.
Are they supposed to be on recall? They shouldn't be in the stores.
Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Oh, okay. Is
Yeah.
that recall?
What's that? They're on recalls. So I'm here at the Walmart, the Buford Walmart, where I found all those hams, those 9 hams. The hams are supposed to be on recall, and they're still selling them. So I'm going to try to talk to somebody. If they're on recall and they got a credit for them, they're still in here, then they're making 100% profit. They're supposed to be given to a food bank. There's food manager Ronnie right here. Hey, how you doing? I have a question. Hey, man, I know you. The Kentucky Legend hams, are they supposed to be on recall? They shouldn't be in the stores.
Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Oh, okay. Is
Yeah.
that recall?
What's that? They're on recalls. Yeah, you guys got a credit for them. So if you're selling them,
He knew they were on recall. He's acting stupid.
Most of them do. I
And I
don't
was
think it's an
thinking
act.
recalls and food pantries. And I looked it up. The ones that they're doing for food pantries, if Walmart don't sell them all for 100% credit, I mean, is they were mislabeled or misweight. It's not the one, I was making sure they were safe enough to eat. But greedy Walmart, no, they want all of it. They want all the money.
And they
Greed
know they
is
did it
just,
because you got the people with the EBT cards. You got that. And you got people,
yeah.
So they're going to get their money regardless.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Now, do you think people with food stamps card would get free go to the food pantry?
Well, there's quite a few of them that do.
Okay.
The food stamps don't last them through the month, especially with recent cuts. A lot of people are going to church food pantries and wherever they can go to get extra foods.
Now, did you see my video of Coca-Cola? You
Yeah.
know, the special Coke with you type in the name and you can have your name in it, but it won't do Jesus God Christ or God or you know. Guess
Mm-hmm.
what Heinz is doing?
All right, so here we
Something
go.
similar to that.
And this time we have Heinz ketchup. One of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen. First it was Coke, now it's Heinz. I'll never use any of their products ever again.
Me
100%.
neither.
This has gone way too far at this point. This is disgusting. Check it out.
I wish this was fake, but again, it's unfortunately not. And we're doing this live, so no one can claim conspiracy theory. You can see the Kraft Heinz URL at the top. This is a UK website, but Kraft Heinz nonetheless. Let's customize a ketchup bottle. First entry we'll try. No issues there. You can see it populate on the ketchup bottle. Let's try Allah. No problems with that. Again, you can see it populate on the bottle. We'll try Satan. No issues with Satan. What about the devil? No problems with the devil. Again, you can see it right there on the bottle. Lucifer. No problems with that. But what about Jesus? Suddenly, we get an error. The message you submitted has been flagged for moderation. Wow.
Big surprise when Satan is ruler of the earth right now. He's running things. That don't surprise me, but I will not eat Heinz. I will not drink Coca-Cola. Nope. Kentucky Fried Chicken, their commercial, the golden egg and baptizing humans and making them into chicken. No. And you know what, Debbie J?
And
That
Kentucky Fried
commercial
Chicken
giving
just
them,
smells so good sometimes.
I know, but we can make some good smelling chicken and know it's safe.
The
Do
key is
you
to
think
find it.
the key is the what?
Is to find the healthy
Yeah.
chicken without the
Yeah.
antibiotics and without the
Yes.
growth
Yes.
hormones.
It's time to find a farmer, time to buy the chickens, or maybe buy so many chickens, give them, a percentage when they're due, and then go help them butcher when it's time to butcher. Because baby chickens are cheap to begin with, and if you help with the chickens and the food, do half and half, you get half the cost
Well, see, the
or a little
problem with
less.
that, a lot of people, like in my area, you're not allowed to have goats. You're not allowed to have any farmyard animals. And you can't have them now without any city limits. There's always
Oh,
restrictions on what you can do on your property.
oh yeah. Yeah, you can't collect rainwater. No, that's a no. Even if it falls on your property. No, you can't collect the rainwater. No way. Oh, and everybody thinks ramen noodles are safe.
No, they're
Oh,
not. I
ramen
used to
noodles.
work there, and I could tell you 100% they are not safe.
No,
I can tell you
but
they are not safe.
sometimes that's all people have to eat. Have the money to eat.
I used to eat them a lot and I always got headaches from it. I
Mm-hmm.
remember a lot of stomach problems from it. Um, I had some burning in my mouth before from it. And when I went to work there and I actually saw what they were doing, I stopped eating it immediately. And you can
Oh, I
get
don't
them
blame
for
you.
like, you used to get them for 10 cents a pack. You
Yeah,
know, get them for like 10. I don't know what they are now because I don't buy those.
they're around $1. Aren't Warpath? Do you buy those noodles?
Those what? Noodles? Are you talking
Those
about the little package ones? Ramen?
yeah, they here. Let me show you.
Well, I think they're
Warpath.
only like 39 cents here.
Yeah, but they're not healthy.
No, I threw
They're
one
not.
away.
Welcome, Mr. Poor. I'm glad you didn't forget. It's okay. We know you're busy. We
Oh,
know
did
you're
he just
busy.
make it too? Hey,
Yeah.
we came at the same time pretty much.
Yes, it is.
So,
Here's your ramen. Here's your ramen noodles, guys. It'd be cheaper to make bread and eat it than these. An outbreak caused by instant
mm,
noodles is spreading across 31 states.
mm. Well, I seen something about those, and so I only got one, but I just threw it
Kids
away.
from 5 different families had cooked up ramen, and each of them described a life-ending fatal infection is now growing on ramen noodles, and experts are urging everyone to go to the ER
Wow.
immediately. Citizens were terrified after 5 kids from 5 different families had cooked up ramen, and each of them described feeling like something was eating them from the inside out, and was rushed to the ER and passed away all within a few. A life-ending fatal infection is now growing on ramen noodles.
They passed
Wow.
away.
Jeez.
And in my store, I've seen whole aisles where they're just come up with more pork one, the beef one, the chicken and shrimps and seafood. They are sold out all the time. And I just
Oh,
don't
I've seen
understand why
somebody,
people think
yeah.
they're just so good.
I've seen people with, big old boxes of them,
And people buy
or
baskets
shopping
full of that
cart.
stuff.
Yeah.
And that's just
I mean, I know it's
easy. It's
cheap,
fast.
but
Yeah, but it's
hmm
also fast to cook. You just boil the water, drop the
yeah,
noodle, spread the little packet on
exactly.
there, and then
hmm
voila, it's there. And then people
Sure, here it
add
is.
whatever they want to add to it.
Well, and it's cheap.
It's quick,
You know, I
And
know a
it's
lot of
cheap.
but
college
it's not.
people,
I don't think it's filling at all. I don't think.
No, but
but
it's easier to put stuff into it. You know what I mean? To make it filling.
yeah,
I've seen people add
yeah.
eggs, and some people add vegetables, and just
Yeah.
different
Oh
things like that
yeah.
in there.
Meats.
hmm Yeah. Spruce it up.
Okay. All
Chucky
right.
wore
I'm
me
trying to
out.
find.
I was ready.
Diddy, how is he doing?
He didn't want to go home.
He didn't want to go
Uh,
home.
his mama said that as soon as they pulled up here, he was trying to get out of his seat.
Oh,
He was
ho, ho,
ready.
ho.
hmm
It's fun at Aunt Warpath's house.
I
Oh
think we
yeah.
all should take a road trip and go and find out.
Yeah. Come jump on the trampoline.
I don't know about no
Yeah.
jumping. Might roll on it.
Well, you can roll. Chucky will jump on it for you.
Here you go. Watch this, guys. Tell me if you're ready for some
Yes, ma'am.
hamburger.
No.
I would love a
Give
cheeseburger.
me. Oh, that does sound good, but it won't now.
Does that look clean?
Give me. That is disgusting.
I think that's from overseas. I hope nothing
What?
looks like that in our USA.
Me
I wouldn't
too.
doubt it. I wouldn't put anything. I
I
wouldn't
know.
doubt it.
Ugh.
Yeah. That's
Had my
disgusting.
new roof replaced. Oh yeah, he had his new roof replaced today.
Yes, he did. Now he's not worried about
That was
the three
fast.
little piggies will huff and puff.
Yeah.
I get
See,
half of one.
yeah. Well, they're half is better than none, but I don't understand why you don't get a whole one.
I don't know. They got the tree off of it and out of the attic. I got a
That's
squirrel
disgusting.
that's running around up there.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
maybe
hope
they'll
you don't
bring
get
in
a
some
squirrel in
nuts.
the house.
Maybe they'll bring in some nuts for the wintertime.
Ugh.
No, you need to get out of there.
I
Yeah.
know.
You don't
Just
want
wait
the
till you get
squirrel in the
raccoons.
house. Trust
Just
me.
wait till you get raccoons.
I
Oh
feed the
heck no.
raccoons hot dogs.
Oh, I bet they love that.
Once upon a time, the government had checks and balances and programs, like the FDA, CDC, etc., to protect your food and the things you consume. But that's not the case anymore. So with stuff like that, yeah, they ended those programs. They got money for a lot of things, for fairs and all sorts of stuff, but not your food. Once upon a time, the government.
So true.
Mm-hmm.
So true. They have a lot of money for a lot of things, but not for our food, not to keep it safe, not to keep it healthy. We're lab rats.
Exactly. Well,
Hold on,
Debbie?
I'm coming. I'm just lower than
Okay,
7
you're
year
here.
itch.
I thought
Yeah,
maybe you left.
I'm behind the scenes trying to pull it up. I tried to do it earlier, but it wouldn't let me. I had to get
Oh
out of
no.
all of them and then pull them up each individually. Okay, here we go. Now, I buy frozen pizza sometimes when I'm hurting, when I don't feel like cooking, Hunter's hungry. You know what I mean? And I throw some
Yeah.
extra cheese and extra pepperoni or mushrooms and whatever on it. And I guess Debbie fell on her tushy tush tush.
Uh,
Here you
she fell down.
yeah,
Oh
help
no.
yourself.
Well, remember,
Anyway,
it took me a
hmm,
while. It
yeah,
took me a while.
it's easy to get fall on this stupid thing. It really
Hmm.
is. Let me know if she pops up. I'll be behind the scenes.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
In this video, we're exposing what's really hiding under the cheese on America's most popular frozen pizzas. The 10 brands you need to stop buying immediately. From imitation cheese made with vegetable oil and titanium dioxide to preservatives that researchers say may compromise your immune system, what you're about to find out will change how you look at the frozen aisle forever. And here's the good news. Stick with me until the end, because I'll reveal the 3 brands that use real cheese and genuinely clean ingredients. Let's separate real pizza from the chemical imposters. 10. Tony's Pizza, starting at number 10. Tony's Pizza markets itself as the budget-friendly family option, even bragging on the box that you're getting 25% more pizza than competitors like Jack's. But more pizza is not a bargain when you look at what that extra pizza is actually made of. Tony's is manufactured by Schwan's, now owned by South Korean food conglomerate CJ Chiljedang. And while the cheese on their plain varieties is technically real low-moisture mozzarella, everything surrounding it is engineered to cut costs at your expense. The crust contains hydrolyzed soy and corn protein, modified food starch, L-cysteine hydrochloride, and ammonium sulfate. L-cysteine hydrochloride is a dough conditioner commercially sourced from duck feathers or synthetically produced, used to soften the dough cheaply.
Do you think our stomach was made to eat duck feathers?
No, that's disgusting. Of course, I didn't think they were that good when I
No, but
tried them.
sometimes late at night, Hunter goes, I'm hungry, or you're
Hmm.
hurting,
Well,
and
yeah,
you know what I mean?
I've done that. Yeah, had one on
But
hand.
if I knew they were made, I would never. I would
No.
never.
Mm-mm.
Duck feathers.
That is, and
Oh,
why?
okay.
That's
Who
disgusting.
looks at the duck feathers and going, I bet if we get that chopped up small enough, it will hold our dough together. What the?
Hmm. I agree. That's disgusting.
And I'm going to bring that Beavis England too. Who was to look at the Beavis ass
Ugh.
and going, I wonder what the anal gland tastes like. I wonder if we can make it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's, thanks, Kimmy.
This new world is a sick, sick, sick place. It really is.
Yeah,
Oh, let's see if they can
and
digest
why?
the feathers. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
that's
the test subject.
disgusting.
Us poor, us
Yeah,
disabled, us elderly.
that's disgusting.
They don't care about us.
Why
Campbell
in the
Soup already
world?
said they're poor. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
And if one company thinks that, how many more is thinking that? And you know
Yeah.
they don't care about our financial. Dollar General, I know, Debbie. I hope you
I,
didn't fall on your head. Poor thing. Come on
I
up.
got kicked. Oh, I get
Or
usually got
Mr. Ford,
kicked all
come
the
on
time.
up.
Where'd he go?
I mean, he's here. He almost forgot, he
Disgusting.
said. But that is just one of, I
Oh,
mean,
no, and that's disgusting. Why?
there's no need
All
for it.
that. No. Well,
I'm
that's
sorry,
just
Debbie. Come on up.
disgusting. It
Yeah,
should be against the
it should be outlawed.
law. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Instead of
they
using
would need it.
traditional fermentation.
Oh, I said
What?
they would need it. They would need it.
Well, that's what the Campbell guy said, the big CEO or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need it. It's for the poor.
Mm-mm. Well, because they know. Yeah, exactly. Okay, you can go ahead.
Trying to get. Hold on.
Did Debbie come?
There we go.
Every time I go, the phone rings. It's like I get booted.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
Do
no.
you eat? Do you eat any frozen pizza in emergency or family? Do you know?
Yes,
You
I
get
like
home late.
Red Baron's Mexican style pizza. It's very hard to find, and I add my extra cheese on it. But I really like it.
Okay.
It's by Red Baron's, but who
What
knows
is
what they
it?
gonna come up with that one? Red Baron's Mexican style pizza.
What is it?
Well, I
Taco
hate.
pizza?
It's kind
I
of
hate.
like that, yeah. And you can add
I
taco.
make my own.
Yeah.
Don't drool
I
so
just don't have
much till you
time.
find out. Don't drool till you find out what's in it.
Well,
No,
it don't take
no.
that long. I'll tell you, Debbie. I'll give you the recipe.
Okay.
And proofing time. Ammonium sulfate is the same compound used as agricultural fertilizer, repurposed here as a yeast accelerant to speed up production runs.
So they
Ew.
have duck feathers, and they got chemicals from
Ah,
fertilizer into this
mm,
dough.
That's from Red Baron, or who's that from?
Tony's, I think.
Tony's.
Tony's? Oh, I used to
Yeah.
like them little tiny pizzas. They were
I
quick, and
know.
you just pop it in the oven,
Mhm.
and then
Not
you
anymore.
eat it. Now I can't eat those now.
Nope.
Jack's is like 3 for $10, so I buy 3, and Hunter get
I
hungry, he
ate
toss it
those.
in,
Those in Red Baron. I've ate, yeah.
And I
but
don't
you
like
don't know.
DiGiorno's either. I hate DiGiorno's.
No, that's on here
Yeah, I
too.
don't
But
like it.
the next time we make fresh homemade pizza, we need to wrap it and freeze it. So
Yeah.
if we get hungry, we just pull it out like our own frozen pizzas.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I,
start
I,
making my own.
I need to
yeah,
put some food in the refrigerator that I can eat.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
We're Gabby. Yeah.
and you got to make more money now
Hard
to buy
enough.
the food that is not
Yeah.
with
Just went up.
arsenic, without cancer causing, without fertilizer, without duck feathers, without beavis anal gland, without, I mean,
I'm gonna kick
oh,
her butt. That's how many
you,
Yeah,
times now.
I used to love Pop Tarts, and I don't eat them anymore because of what
no,
I saw that they had in the ingredients inside Pop Tarts.
Yeah.
And Lucky Charms used to be my favorite
Oh,
cereal.
I know,
And now I don't
But
touch it.
yeah, it's like
I
what are
don't
we
touch
supposed
it.
to eat?
We're all lab rats. We're all lab rats.
These aren't artisan baking ingredients. They're industrial shortcuts that replicate the texture real dough achieves naturally when you give it time, which costs money that Tony's would rather not spend. The pepperoni is where things get worse. Tony's meat toppings use mechanically separated chicken as a primary ingredient. That means the chicken carcass gets forced through a sieve at high pressure to extract every last scrap of tissue, creating a paste
Ew.
that gets reformed into something resembling pepperoni. That same pepperoni contains BHA and BHT, synthetic antioxidant preservatives that the International Agency for Research on Cancer has flagged as possible human carcinogens. The sodium content
Gross.
They don't care. But they keep selling it.
Runs around 630 milligrams per serving, but the serving size is listed as a fraction of the pizza. Eat the whole thing, which is exactly what most people do, and you're looking at well over half your entire daily recommended sodium intake in a single sitting. For anyone watching their blood pressure, that's a meal that could send your numbers in the wrong direction fast. Tony's entire business model is volume over quality. A bigger pizza made from cheaper ingredients, marketed on size so you never think to flip the box over and read what's actually in it. The irony is that real pizza dough requires exactly 4 ingredients: flour, water, yeast, and salt. Tony's needs over 20. Jack's Pizza at number 9. Jack's Pizza positions itself as the no frills, everyday
I
frozen
don't
pizza
think I've
for
ever had
families on a
that one.
tight budget. And to be fair,
You
the
know
plain
what?
cheese version does use real low moisture part skim mozzarella. But
let me get
that's
back
where the
there.
good news ends.
It's not bad. It's thin crust, and I put some cheese on it, but this is I'm not gonna eat that anymore. I'm gonna make homemade from now on. F it. All it's just I'm tired of the big government. You would think you could trust your food. The big people, I mean, the people that get
Yeah.
big money goes through the food and go, oh, well, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Now we're finding out hidden words mean different things. That means cancer, pesticides,
Yeah.
arsenic. Who in the heck would think you can
So
put arsenic in it? But they do. And our
yeah.
FDA going, oh, it passed.
So they're just getting good, big money to just ignore everything.
Well, like I said today, I think big pharma and the FDA is hand in hand in this shit.
Yeah,
I do.
I do too.
I mean,
It's disgusting.
yeah.
ends. Jax is owned by Nestle, and that corporate connection matters because Nestle controls an enormous share of the American frozen pizza and frozen meal market.
Now, when long time ago, when you see the word Nestle, you get this warm, hot cocoa feeling, welcoming, loving
Yeah.
company. This one should bring out red flags. If it's anything from Nestle, run. Put it back or drop it and run.
They own DiGiorno, Tombstone, Stuffers, Hot Pockets, and Lean Cuisine, all under one corporate umbrella. That concentration means one company's ingredient sourcing decisions and cost-cutting strategies ripple across dozens of products that millions of families eat every week.
For the acute treatment of migraine with or without aura in adults,
Sorry.
Nurtec ODT can provide relief in 2 hours, which can last
Like
up
I
to 2
said, Big
days.
Pharma and
Don't take it
FDA
allergic
hand
to
in
Nurtec
hand.
ODT. Allergic reactions can occur even days after use. Get help right away for trouble breathing.
When you move past Jack's basic cheese pie into their meat-topped varieties, the ingredient list starts reading like an industrial supply catalog. The pepperoni and sausage versions contain mechanically separated chicken, the same high-pressure paste extraction process used in the cheapest processed meats on the market. Those meat toppings also include BHA and BHT, the synthetic preservatives that have raised concerns in laboratory carcinogenicity studies. The crust uses enriched wheat flour, meaning the grain has been milled to strip away the bran and germ containing natural fiber, vitamins and minerals, and then artificially rebuilt with synthetic versions of some of those same nutrients. Your body doesn't absorb synthetic enrichment the same way it absorbs nutrients from whole grains.
We'll be here.
Sodium content clocks in around 590 milligrams per serving, but the serving is a fraction of the pizza. 2 or 3 slices, and you're approaching.
Now, you guys thinking separated, what's it called? Hold on. How mechanically separated chicken is made, right? You think I'll just strip all the chicken off, right?
Yeah.
No, it don't. Mechanically separated chicken, MSC, is like a paste-like poultry product made by removing edible meat from chicken bones using a high-pressure machinery. Initial carcass process after the main cuts, like the breast, the thighs, whatever they wanted to be removed first, are removed. The remaining carcass, including bones, tendons, and attaching muscle tissues, is fed into it.
And
The
why?
carcass is, oh, see, we're eating it all. It's making it a paste. The carcass is ground by force through series of sleeves and performance plates under pressure. This strips the muscles, fats, and skin from the bone.
Wow. That's disgusting.
The result is finely ground paste like meat with constant, similar to soft ground meat and thick batter. Bone handling: the leftover bone materials is not wasted. It's often made into bone meal or sent to rendering facilities. I bet you $5 they get bone in there.
Well, yeah. Well, what I don't understand, the inspectors, why even have them?
Yeah, I don't
Why
know.
pay them?
Oh,
That's money wasted.
it's regulated to 1% of bone solid with particles of under 1.5 millimeter. You do get some bone material in, but they said it's not very. Oh, Debbie J, please forgive me. I was behind the scenes. You don't get very much bone, but you still get crushed bone into that.
Well, who wants to eat crushed bone? I mean, I don't even give that to my dog. Lexi don't get real bone.
Well, they
That's
crush
sick.
it real thick. I mean, real thin. There's a percentage that does get through, but
Ugh.
tendons, those cartilages that gets pulled.
Ew.
You eat cartilages.
And you know why? That's
And that's
disgusting.
it. I'm going back to being my vegetarian self.
Just clean your lettuce
Well,
skin. Of course, I don't
if you
really help.
guys look on my page, they're putting shots or update shots. What is it? Vaccines into vegetables, tomatoes, lettuce, and tobacco.
Wow.
You know what I
Gee.
did, Debbie J?
Stop smoking.
When was the last day I told you I had a cigarette?
I don't remember.
About three or 4 days ago, right?
Yeah.
I haven't picked up, went and bought any,
You
nothing.
haven't? I'm
I
proud of you.
Good job.
I refuse to take their vaccine that they want to sneak in. How in the heck do we know it's safe? How in the heck do they know how many milligrams per pound, or you know what I mean? They don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you cut up a tomato for a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old and you get the one with vaccine, how do you know if you don't get double vaccine or what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna go home on my terms. And that was okay, I spoke. That's my terms. Now the government is sneaking in and going, I'll put a vaccine in your tobacco. Nope, that's not. It's not my terms. So
And
I thought that.
unfortunately, with the COVID, a lot of us had to take it, the first one, or you wouldn't have a job. I was made to
That's
take the
messed
first one,
up.
and I didn't want to take it. And they said either you take it or you don't work. And I got taken off the schedule at all
Oh,
jobs.
wow.
Now
And they
they're
were like,
suing. Now they're.
I want to
Did
sue.
you
I want to dump my hand in it.
go for it? They're suing them. The big pharmas, Johnson and Johnson, and the other one. They're suing them because
Because
we were
you
test
shouldn't be
subjects.
made to take a vaccine, and they didn't care whether you had a religious exemption. They didn't care. It's either you take
No.
it or you don't work.
Well, I
And you
told
Mm-hmm.
don't
everybody
work.
I was already covered. It was covered by God. And people would put their scarf over their nose and go screaming. But I never did catch
Mm-hmm.
COVID.
I caught it, and it was tremendously bad. But I've seen people die from it. I was lucky that I didn't die from it because of being a
Well,
diabetic and
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
yes,
Yeah.
you're very, very lucky. But a police officer told me that when I was down in North Carolina living, he said they don't care what death it is. They get
No.
the county gets money from the government if they say it's from COVID.
Yep, yep, they
Wow.
do.
So guess what?
That's messed
That's
up.
why the deaths are so high with COVID because bribery.
Mm-hmm. Well, my
You
great
know,
niece, she refused to take it too, along with
I didn't
me.
take it. I didn't take it. No, but I was lucky. Now my son, that's in the military, had to take it or face boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Not boot
That's
camp,
like
but the
Debbie
prison.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yep, you
You
don't
had to,
take it.
or You couldn't
You had to
work.
take it, or you would lose all your credentials, and you
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be up on a rehire status. It ruined
My son,
everything. You didn't take
my
it.
son would,
Yeah.
my son would face military prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's messed up. Jeez.
I told him go to prison. I'll get the best freaking lawyer I can find.
Yeah. Because
Don't
that's
take it. Now he has a lot of health issues. A lot of health issues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I
don't
did.
think it's gonna.
I
Hmm?
100% believe it.
He don't think he's gonna make it to an old age, so he's trying to prepare his wife and his kids to be
That's
take
sad.
care of themselves and all that. But that's sad.
Mhm. It is.
And his mother-in-law is now on disability because she took the jab, and now she gets so bad. I don't know what part is BS and what's true, but she
Yeah.
claims she has so bad headaches, migraines, that she can't even function every day.
Well, I noticed since I've taken it, I have more migraines.
Do you?
I had arthritis that I've never had before.
Oh
Joints
no.
and joints pains that I've never had. And then,
With
yeah,
what from what company? Johnson and Johnson or the other one?
Pfizer, I think.
Oh, yeah, they're out for lawsuits too. Go
Wow,
check it
there you
out.
go, Debbie. Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Be worth checking out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've got things that you didn't have before, and after you took the jab,
Yeah.
Mr. Pork, we love you too. I see we're boring him.
Half your
Yeah,
daily
it's like
sodium limit
where'd he go?
before you've even considered what else you ate that day. What makes Jack's particularly frustrating is the missed opportunity. The cheese is real. The price point is accessible. But Nestle chose to fill everything around that cheese with the cheapest possible processing agents, rather than invest in cleaner ingredients. Jack's doesn't trick you with fake cheese, but it cuts corners everywhere else. And it shares a corporate parent with brands that are far worse. If Jack's is the best Nestle can do at the budget level, wait until you see what their other brands are hiding further down this list. Red Baron at number 8. Red Baron has been a freezer aisle staple for decades, positioned as a step above the true budget brands. But a familiar name doesn't mean safe ingredients. Red Baron is manufactured by Schwann's, the same company behind Tony's. And while they do use real named cheeses, including mozzarella and cheddar, the supporting cast of ingredients raises serious concerns. The classic crust and French bread pizza lines contain hydrogenated soybean oil, a source of trans fats that the American Heart Association has directly linked to increased LDL cholesterol, reduced HDL cholesterol, and elevated heart disease risk. The FDA determined in 2015 that partially hydrogenated oils are not generally recognized as safe for use in human food. They moved to phase them out starting in 2018, but formulations using fully hydrogenated oils and blended oils still appear in products like Red Baron through reformulation workarounds. The ingredient list also includes carrageenan, a seaweed-derived thickener that the National Library of Medicine has linked to gastrointestinal inflammation in peer-reviewed research. Researchers at the University of Illinois found that carrageenan triggered inflammatory responses in human intestinal cells, raising questions about its long-term safety in everyday foods. For people with existing gut sensitivity, IBS, or inflammatory bowel conditions, carrageenan is an ingredient gastroenterologists specifically recommend avoiding. Red Baron's pepperoni, like nearly every brand on this list, contains mechanically separated chicken, along with BHA and BHT. The sodium content on the classic crust pepperoni pizza sits around 780 milligrams per serving, and the serving size is 1/4 of the pizza. Eat half, which is a completely normal portion for an adult, and you're consuming over 1,500 milligrams of sodium. That's nearly an entire day's worth in what most people consider a casual weeknight dinner. Red Baron also uses hydrolyzed soy and corn protein, essentially flavor-boosting chemicals that mimic the savory taste of real ingredients without actually being real ingredients. The brand trades on nostalgia and familiar packaging, but the formula inside those boxes has quietly shifted toward cheaper, more processed components while the price keeps going up. For families eating Red Baron once or twice a week for years, the cumulative exposure to hydrogenated oils, carrageenan, and synthetic preservatives adds up in ways that a single serving's nutrition label will never show you. DiGiorno coming in at number 7, and this one might surprise you. DiGiorno is America's #1 selling frozen pizza. Their entire brand identity is built on the slogan that it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno, implying restaurant quality pizza from your own oven. But here's what the marketing doesn't tell you. DiGiorno's basic rising crust 4 cheese does use real cheese. That's true. But the moment you reach for the stuffed crust or the personal-sized pizzas, the recipe changes dramatically. Those versions use part-skim mozzarella cheese blended with modified food starch and methyl cellulose. Methyl cellulose is a synthetic cellulose derivative commonly used in wallpaper paste, as a bulk laxative, and as a thickening agent in industrial applications. In DiGiorno's stuffed crust, it replaces the stretch and texture that real mozzarella provides naturally, because real mozzarella costs more and has a shorter shelf life. The same products contain fully hydrogenated vegetable oils from soybean, palm, and cottonseed sources, along with konjac gum, gellan gum, and additional modified food starch, all used to replicate the behavior of real cheese at a fraction of the cost. Consumer Reports ran an extensive frozen pizza taste test where 7 trained panelists sampled each brand 3 times after baking more than 100 pies. Their verdict on DiGiorno's rising crust was devastating. They said it didn't crisp up and described it as an overly bready, doughy pie with a white bread texture that goes gummy in your mouth. Worse, Consumer Reports flagged DiGiorno as having the highest sodium content per serving among all the brands they tested, at 840 milligrams for just 1/3 of the pizza. Eat half, and you've consumed over 1,200 milligrams of sodium in one meal. Then there's the shrinkflation. Multiple consumers have documented on Reddit and consumer forums that DiGiorno pizzas have gotten noticeably smaller over the past few years, while prices climbed higher. Same box design, smaller pizza inside. You're paying more for less product, and the product you're getting contains methyl cellulose and modified starch in its premium lines. For the brand that built its reputation on being as good as delivery, the ingredient list tells a very different story. And DiGiorno is Nestlé's flagship pizza brand. If even their top shelf product cuts corners this aggressively, imagine what their budget brands look like. You don't have to imagine. They're coming up next. Great Value frozen pizza at number 6. Great Value is Walmart's house brand, and it delivers exactly what you'd expect from the cheapest frozen pizza on the shelf. Budget pricing and budget ingredients. But the real problem with Great Value isn't just what's inside the box. It's what recently contaminated it. On April 30th, 2026, the USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service issued a public health alert covering multiple frozen pizza products, including Great Value thin crust chicken bacon ranch pizza, sold in 17.55-ounce boxes at Walmart stores nationwide. The alert was triggered after the FDA discovered that several frozen pizza manufacturers had received dairy ingredients, specifically non-fat dry milk powder, from California Dairies Inc. that were contaminated with salmonella. The USDA stated that FSIS was issuing the public health alert for meat and poultry products containing FDA-regulated dairy ingredients that may be contaminated with salmonella, and advised consumers to throw the affected products away or return them immediately. Great Value wasn't alone in that alert. Mama Cosey's pizzas, sold at Aldi and Culinary Circle Pizzas, were also named, all traced back to the same contaminated milk powder supply chain. This is what happens when frozen pizza production gets consolidated through a small number of massive ingredient suppliers. One contamination event at one dairy processor cascades across multiple brands, multiple retailers, and potentially millions of units sitting in freezers across the country. Beyond the salmonella situation, Great Value frozen pizzas are private label products manufactured by contracted bakeries with varying and largely undisclosed quality control standards. The ingredients follow the standard budget playbook: enriched flour, modified food starch, processed cheese blends, and synthetic preservatives. Sodium content is high, real ingredient quality is low, and transparency about manufacturing sources is virtually non-existent. You don't actually know who made your pizza or where. You just know Walmart put their label on it. At these prices, corners get cut at every stage of production. And as the 2026 Salmonella Alert proved, those shortcuts can create genuine public health risks that affect families from coast to coast. When you're saving $2 on a pizza, but exposing your family to potential salmonella contamination from an untraceable supply chain, that's not a bargain. That's a gamble.
Sorry about the commercial.
Tombstone Pizza at number 5. Tombstone might be the most deceptive brand on this entire list. The packaging says real cheese. The marketing promises authentic pizza flavor. But if you actually read the fine print on certain Tombstone varieties, you'll discover something that fundamentally changes what you think you're eating. The 5 cheese and several meat-topped versions don't just use real mozzarella. They blend real mozzarella with imitation mozzarella cheese on the same pizza. The imitation portion is made from water, palm oil, casein, modified food starch, sodium citrate, skim milk, salt, lactic acid, and sodium phosphate. So when you see cheese on a Tombstone pizza, you're actually eating a mixture of real dairy and a cheese-like substance manufactured from vegetable oil and starch. This is completely legal under current FDA labeling rules, and that's part of the problem. Under FDA standards of identity, specifically 21 CFR Part 133, real mozzarella must meet specific moisture and fat requirements. But the moment a product is labeled as imitation, those standards vanish. There is no minimum cheese requirement for imitation cheese, none. As long as the word imitation appears somewhere in the ingredient panel, the manufacturer can use any combination of oils, starches, and milk proteins they want. Almost nobody catches it because they trust the front of the package. They see melted cheese on the box and assume they're getting cheese. They don't realize the ingredient list is quietly admitting that part of what's on their pizza was never actually cheese to begin with. Tombstone is also owned by Nestle, making it the 3rd Nestle brand on this list. The beef topping on their meat varieties contains textured soy protein concentrate and dehydrated potatoes used as filler, along with BHA and BHT. The pepperoni uses mechanically separated chicken. Sodium runs around 630 milligrams per quarter pizza, meaning a normal 2-slice serving pushes well past 1,200 milligrams. Tombstone was born in a bar in Tombstone, Wisconsin, back in 1962, when frozen pizza was a simpler product made from simpler ingredients. What it has become under Nestlé's ownership is a case study in how corporate food manufacturing quietly replaces real ingredients with cheaper alternatives while keeping the branding exactly the same. Hot Pockets Pizza at number 4. Hot Pockets technically markets itself as a pizza product. The pepperoni pizza and 4 cheese varieties sit right alongside traditional frozen pizzas in the freezer aisle, and millions of Americans eat them as a pizza substitute every week. But calling a Hot Pocket pizza is a stretch. The ingredient list is one of the longest on any frozen product in the grocery store, packed with enriched flour, palm oil, modified food starch, sodium phosphate.
Mr. Pork, it's okay. It's okay. We're almost done. I got a couple more to show you, and then we're done for the night. I figured who doesn't eat frozen pizzas? You know what I mean? Late one time, kids coming over, grandkids coming over, grab a frozen pizza. There you go.
Sodium nitrite, and a laundry list
What, Warpath?
I said not anymore.
Not anymore. Yep, you got it right.
of emulsifiers and stabilizers designed to keep the filling from separating during months of frozen storage and microwave reheating. The cheese blend uses pasteurized processed cheese sauce, which under FDA definitions is a fundamentally different product from actual cheese. Processed cheese sauce must contain real cheese as a base ingredient, but it's then combined with emulsifiers, sodium phosphate, and other additives that alter its composition, texture, and nutritional profile entirely. What you taste when you bite into a Hot Pocket isn't cheese. It's a cheese-derived sauce engineered for shelf stability. But the ingredient list isn't even the biggest concern with Hot Pockets. In January 2021, Nestlé recalled approximately 762,615 pounds of Hot Pockets pepperoni pizza products after the company received reports of potential glass and hard plastic contamination. The USDA's FSIS confirmed the recall after at least one consumer reported an injury associated with ingesting the contaminated product. That same year, Nestlé separately recalled their 4 cheese pizza snack bites for containing undeclared soy allergens, a potentially life-threatening issue for people with soy allergies who had no way of knowing the allergen was present from reading the label. When the same brand has multiple recalls within a single year, one for physical contamination and another for mislabeling a major allergen, that tells you something about the quality control standards inside those manufacturing facilities. Hot Pockets is the 4th Nestlé brand on this list, and at this point, a pattern is becoming impossible to ignore. One company controls an enormous share of the frozen pizza market, and across its brands, the same problems keep appearing over and over: synthetic preservatives, mechanically separated meats, processed cheese substitutes, and recalls triggered by contamination that should never have made it past the factory floor.
Creators, get a little extra with YouTube shopping.
Extra?
Yep, you only need 500 subs to start tagging.
A lot of things
Celeste Pizza for one claiming the number 3 spot. Celeste Pizza for one is sold as a quick, convenient personal pizza, but the ingredient list reveals a product that barely qualifies as pizza at all. Flip the box on a Celeste Original 4 cheese, and you'll find these words printed clearly on the ingredient label: imitation mozzarella, not real cheese, not cheese product. Imitation. The imitation mozzarella on Celeste is made from water, palm oil, modified potato starch, casein, modified cornstarch, tricalcium phosphate, salt, sodium citrate, natural flavor, carrageenan, lactic acid, potassium sorbate, and artificial color. There is no actual cheese making involved in this process.
Did you get the
It's a
kitchen
slurry
sink?
of vegetable oil,
Good
starch,
Lord.
and isolated milk protein pressed and processed into something.
They're working on that next. They're working
At
on
the
that
kitchen
next.
sink.
You know what I mean? I know. I know. You
I
know,
quit
the
eating
milk has
Hot Pockets like
when I
10
was a
years
kid.
ago.
Yeah.
I've never had one.
Well, you guys missed how they made lab milk from monkey virus, human DNA, or
Mm-hmm.
human cells, animal cells, something that will cause lactation. Like I said, yeah,
Y'all
there's
must
going to be
Frankenstein.
what?
Like Frankenstein. Create yourself a
Yep,
food Frankenstein.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. That's lactating.
Dang.
That vaguely resembles mozzarella when melted. The palm oil that forms the base of this imitation cheese is itself a concern. Palm oil is over 50% saturated fat, and the World Health Organization has linked high palm oil consumption to increased cardiovascular disease mortality. Every bite of Celeste's imitation cheese delivers saturated fat from vegetable oil instead of the calcium and protein you'd get from real dairy. The Environmental Working Group reviewed Celeste and classified it as an unhealthy, ultra-processed food with high processing concerns. That classification matters because ultra-processed foods have been linked in large-scale epidemiological research to increased risks of cardiovascular disease, metabolic syndrome, and certain cancers. A 2024 umbrella review published in the BMJ, analyzing dozens of studies involving millions of participants, found consistent associations between high ultra-processed food consumption and 32 adverse health outcomes. Celeste fits squarely into that category. But the numbers make it even worse. A single Celeste pizza for one, which weighs just 5.22 ounces, packs 810 milligrams of sodium. That's more than a third of the American Heart Association's ideal daily limit in a tiny personal pizza that most people eat as a snack, not even a full meal. If you pair that with a normal lunch and dinner, your daily sodium intake skyrockets into territory that the AHA directly associates with hypertension and stroke risk. Celeste is owned by Conagra Brands, one of the largest processed food companies in the country. The pizza costs about $1. And for that dollar, you get palm oil and potato starch shaped and colored to look like cheese, baked onto a processed crust, and sold in a box with a picture of beautiful melted mozzarella on the front. The gap between what the packaging promises and what the ingredients deliver is one of the most dramatic in the entire frozen food aisle. Stouffer's French bread pizza, coming in at number 2. Stouffer's French bread pizza has been a freezer aisle fixture since the 1970s, marketed as a convenient comfort food with a homemade feel. But Stouffer's carries one of the most alarming ingredient decks.
Oh, Mr. Pork, Mr. Pork. It was the puppet master that was hiding behind the curtain that was controlling Sleepy Joe. Trump walked into this mess trying to clear it up. You got to think, the other guys.
Oh, yeah, but he does need to get on to the ones that's supposed to be taking on the quality.
I know.
I'm kind of slow
I'm
today.
still,
I mean,
I'm still waiting for the picture of the hat.
that's
I
what
know,
happens.
I know. Tell him I'm waiting for that picture. You know what, Debbie J? Got his father a Trump hat, and he won't even wear it.
Oh.
I know, and I made sure there was orange hair with it too.
Those
So
two go round and round.
In case he's a little light on the top of the hair problem.
But no, he's got hair. Remember?
Yeah, but you gotta have orange to it.
It's
You know
not.
what I mean?
Give it up. Give it up, Kimmy. It's not gonna happen. Pops isn't going to do it.
I know. So Mr. Pork's going to have to do it for him.
That's not happening.
Of any frozen pizza product sold in the United States. The deluxe French bread pizza contains high fructose corn syrup in the bread, a sweetener that decades of nutritional research have linked to obesity, insulin resistance, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and metabolic syndrome. The same product lists partially hydrogenated soybean oil and partially hydrogenated cottonseed oil. These are direct sources of artificial trans fats. In 2015, the FDA made a formal determination that partially hydrogenated oils are not generally recognized as safe for use in human food, citing a direct connection between artificial trans fat consumption and coronary heart disease. That determination led to a phase-out starting in 2018. Yet Stadehavor formulation still includes these ingredients through regulatory timing exemptions. But here's where Stouffer's crosses a line that even the other brands on this list don't. The ingredient list includes TBHQ, or tert-butyl hydroquinone, a peer-reviewed study published in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health by researchers at the Environmental Working Group found that TBHQ showed activity affecting immune response markers in laboratory testing, suggesting it may affect how the immune system functions in people. A separate study presented at the 2019 Experimental Biology Conference by researchers at Michigan State University found that dietary TBHQ affected cells critical to mounting an immune response to influenza. Specifically, researchers Robert Freeborn and Professor Cheryl Rockwell demonstrated that TBHQ slowed the initial activation of T cells and reduced their ability to fight off viral infections sooner. For older adults whose immune response is already naturally declining, regularly consuming a preservative that may further suppress immune.
So,
And they get away with that shit.
how? I think they need to be put in jail.
Yeah, they need something to happen to them. Make them eat it.
You know, I'm wondering how many people have died because they ate it and their immune system couldn't
And
fight it off.
I used to eat Stouffer stuff, and I quit eating Stouffer's about 2 years ago, I think, because the ingredients list is just ridiculous. And I'm like, half the crap I couldn't even pronounce. I'm like, the hell with this. Cheese should say cheese, milk. It shouldn't be 50 ingredients in something.
Oh, I agree. No. I agree.
Only thing missing is kerosene and gas.
Well, they might have rename them natural.
Yeah.
They might stick it under natural and the FDA goes, oh, it passes natural. They're working together. They're working together. Some people are going to think I'm nuts and conspiracy, but you guys, come on. Everything is causing cancer, insulation. I mean, and it's just making insulin for diabetes. You know, it's just, I'm stuttering. I'm so pissed. I'm stuttering, and I don't stutter.
Function is a risk worth knowing about.
We know you appreciate precision.
Sorry for the commercials.
That's why USAA gets the details right.
Dad, can I take the car?
Like help.
TBHQ appears in over 1,000 processed food products in the United States. Stouffer's is one of them. On top of TBHQ, the pepperoni contains BHT and BHA, additional synthetic preservatives, along with mechanically separated chicken. The pizza also includes margarine as a separate listed ingredient. The sodium content on the deluxe variety hits 940 milligrams per single pizza serving. That's nearly half the daily recommended limit in one product. Stouffer's is yet another Nestle brand, making it the 5th Nestle product on this list of 10. One company, 5 entries, and a consistent pattern of synthetic preservatives, mechanically separated meats, artificial trans fat sources, and sodium levels that push against medical guidelines across every single one of them. Stuffers French bread pizza might look like comfort food, but its ingredient list is anything but comforting. Totino's Party Pizza taking the #1 spot as the worst frozen pizza you can buy in America. Totino's Party Pizza combines every single problem on this list into one cheap, brightly colored box. And it starts with 3 words printed right on the ingredient label that should stop every consumer in their tracks. Imitation mozzarella cheese. Not real cheese. Not a blend of real and imitation like Tombstone. The cheese on a Totino's Party Pizza is entirely imitation. Here's what it's actually made of. Water, vegetable oil, including palm, soybean, and canola oil, potato starch, modified food starch, rennet casein, gelatin, modified whey, potassium sorbate as a preservative, sodium aluminum phosphate, sodium citrate, sodium phosphate, and titanium dioxide listed as an artificial color. Titanium dioxide, that's the same whitening compound used in paint, sunscreen, and plastic manufacturing. It's added to Totino's imitation cheese to make the vegetable oil and starch.
Now, don't that look good?
No.
No.
I used to eat them too, and I stopped eating them. Oh, I don't even know how long.
I know, but how
I
can
tried
the
one. I didn't like
FDA
it.
how did the
Yeah,
FDA okay this?
that's what I'm saying.
How,
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand them.
I don't either.
Letting those
I think they need
companies. I'm
I think
sorry.
they
Go
need to be
ahead.
fired. I think they need to be fired. They're not doing their job and keeping us safe.
Starch mixture look white enough to pass as mozzarella on a pizza. Without it, the cheese topping would be a grayish, translucent paste that no consumer would recognize as pizza cheese. The European Union restricted titanium dioxide in food products in 2022 after the European Food Safety Authority concluded it could no longer be considered safe for human consumption, citing concerns about genotoxicity, meaning potential DNA damage at the cellular level. It is effectively banned from food across the entire European Union, but it's still in Totino's Party Pizza on American grocery shelves, and Americans buy roughly 300 million of these pizzas every year. And the cheese isn't even the worst of it. The pepperoni and combination varieties contain TBHQ, the preservative linked to immune system disruption in the same peer-reviewed research we covered with Stouffer's. They contain BHA and BHT, classified as possible human carcinogens. They use mechanically separated chicken, textured vegetable protein made from soy flour and caramel color, and defatted soy flour. The meat toppings are barely meat at all. They're a reconstructed blend of chicken paste, soy protein, and chemical preservatives pressed into circles and dyed to look like pepperoni. Then there's the serving size deception. Totino's lists nutritional information per half pizza, showing 340 calories and up to 740 milligrams of sodium. But the pizza weighs less than 11 ounces. Nearly everyone eats the entire thing in one sitting. That means the real sodium intake is closer to 1,480 milligrams, over 60% of the daily recommended maximum from one small pizza. Totino's is owned by General Mills, a Fortune 500 company that generated over $20 billion in revenue last year. They have the resources to use real cheese and clean ingredients. They choose not to. Instead, they sell imitation cheese colored with a compound banned in European food, preserved with chemicals linked to immune suppression, topped with reconstituted meat paste, and packaged with a serving size designed to make the nutrition label look half as bad as it actually is. All for about $2, aimed squarely at the most price-sensitive consumers in America, many of whom are parents.
I know, Mr. Pork, I know. That's for the poor people, little kids in sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because kids like that because it's their perfect size. You could
Yeah.
cut it, you know, and their little cuts and everything, and they like that.
They
They
can,
think that's cute to get their own little pizza, and
yeah.
yeah,
But it's health. Oh, I think, I think you're right. I think the people who are making this are forced to eat all of their products they make and cannot eat good food for a year. All
yeah.
the cancer shit and all that. Make them eat their own shit. In my opinion. Maybe
How would
they'll
they
learn
feel if
to.
their family and loved ones was eating this? You think Campbell's is telling his family
Exactly.
to eat it?
I don't think
No.
they care. I don't think they care.
Evidently
As long as
not.
that
Something.
money, bring the money in. Greed.
But I don't understand why they're paying, like I said, the people that's supposed to be inspecting. You know they're getting good money.
I think those
But
people need to be fired and bring in a whole
yeah,
new set of eyes, rules, and whatever. And
yeah.
you can't not say it's okay, just rename it natural. It will pass with that. No.
Exactly.
Maybe it's time to write President Trump like he would ever answer me. I'm just a little nobody here. But this is
Well, you
getting
never know.
ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous.
You could
You
try
get one of
it.
them generic letters that everybody gets. A
What?
stamp.
Yeah.
You'd get a generic letter that
Uh-huh.
everybody would get, and he'd be
Yeah.
stamped on the bottom with his initial, and he'd
Yeah,
make you
she
like
could
when
show
you
her
were special.
pops.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Then she'd say, "Hey, pops, look what I got.
Yeah.
I got a letter from the president."
Feeding this to their children multiple times a week. The combination of imitation cheese, banned in Europe artificial coloring, immune-disrupting preservatives, fake meat toppings, and deliberately misleading serving sizes earns Totino's Party Pizza the undisputed title of the worst frozen pizza in America. After exposing the chemical imposters, here's the good news for pizza lovers who want something real. These three brands prove that frozen pizza can be made with actual cheese, clean ingredients, and zero compromises. Every brand on this list passed one simple test. When you flip the box and read the ingredients, you recognize everything on it. 3. Newman's Own Thin and Crispy, starting our best list at number 3. Newman's Own delivers what the
Newman has a spaghetti
Newman?
sauce too.
He's got salad
Yeah.
dressing, spaghetti sauce. He's got
That's
all
right.
kinds of
Salad
stuff.
dressing too.
Yep,
Wow.
he's got salad dressing.
Yeah, maybe it's worth looking into.
I'll have to try it.
Spaghetti
Yeah.
sauces, pasta
But I
sauces.
didn't know. Does Walmart have this?
Yes.
Newman?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to look. I've never paid attention. Of course, I don't
Yeah, I
really
need to,
buy them that
I
often.
need to look at
So.
the ingredients. Yeah.
other brands on this list only pretend to offer. Real pizza made from real ingredients. The cheese is 100% whole milk mozzarella from cows not treated with RBST growth hormones. Not part skim mozzarella cut with modified food starch. Not imitation mozzarella made from vegetable oil. Whole milk mozzarella, listed simply as pasteurized milk, cheese culture, salt, and enzymes. The ingredient list contains no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives, and no artificial colors. The pepperoni variety uses uncured pepperoni with no added nitrates or nitrites, a significant step up from the mechanically separated chicken pepperoni loaded with BHA and BHT that appears on nearly every brand in the avoid list. The crust is straightforward: wheat flour, water, yeast, olive oil, and salt. That's recognizable. That's how pizza dough is supposed to be made. There is one caveat worth mentioning. Depending on the variety, sodium can run on the higher side, with the Supreme clocking in around 970 milligrams per serving. So if you're watching your salt intake, check the specific variety before buying. But beyond the food itself, Newman's Own carries something no other frozen pizza brand can match. The
Real good.
Newman's Own Foundation donates 100% of its profits to charitable causes. Since 1982,
That's great.
that commitment has delivered
That
more than
is.
$600 million to thousands of organizations worldwide. You're buying real pizza and funding real good at the same time. For a widely available frozen pizza at a mainstream price point, Newman's Own is the standard that the rest of the industry should be measured against. Amy's Organic Cheese Pizza. Claiming the #2 spot, Amy's earned its place through the most rigorous test a frozen pizza can face. Consumer Reports expert panel. In that evaluation, where 7 trained tasters sampled each brand 3 times after baking more than 100 pies total, Amy's consistently ranked among the top picks. Consumer Reports specifically noted that Amy's was lowest in saturated fat and among the lowest in sodium of all brands tested. The ingredient list explains why. Amy's Organic Cheese Pizza contains organic unbleached wheat flour, filtered water, part skim mozzarella cheese made from pasteurized part skim milk with culture, salt, and enzymes, organic tomato puree, organic extra virgin olive oil, organic honey, sea salt, organic red onions, expeller pressed safflower or sunflower oil, yeast, spices, organic garlic, and black pepper. That's it. Everything on that list is a real food ingredient you could buy individually at a grocery store and use in your own kitchen. No modified food starch, no methyl cellulose, no mechanically separated anything, no TBHQ, no BHA, no BHT, no titanium dioxide, no imitation cheese, no hydrogenated oils. The pizza is certified organic, meaning no synthetic pesticides, no GMOs, and no artificial processing aids were used at any stage of production. Multiple registered dietitians, including those consulted by major health publications, consistently recommend Amy's as one of the cleanest frozen pizza options available. Yes, it costs more than Totino's. It should, because real organic mozzarella cheese costs more than vegetable oil and potato starch colored with titanium dioxide. That price difference isn't a premium. It's the actual cost of real food versus a chemistry experiment shaped to look like pizza. Capello's grain-free pizza, taking the top spot as the cleanest frozen pizza available in America. Capello's doesn't just avoid the problems found in the other brands on this list, it avoids the entire industrial system that creates those problems in the first place. The crust is made from almond flour, cassava flour, arrowroot flour, cage-free eggs, and tapioca starch. No wheat, no corn, no soy, no rice, no modified starches of any kind. The cheese is only whole milk mozzarella and white cheddar, both listed simply as pasteurized milk, cheese cultures, salt, and enzymes. Real cheese made the way cheese has been made for centuries. Nothing added, nothing modified, nothing imitated. The sauce is straightforward organic tomato puree with olive oil, garlic, salt, and basil. Capello's explicitly states that their products contain absolutely no modified starches, no wheat, no corn, no rice, no legumes, and no soy. The brand is certified gluten-free and meets paleo dietary standards, which by definition require the exclusion of processed and refined ingredients. What makes Capello's remarkable isn't just what it contains, it's what it proves about the rest of the industry. It proves that you can make a commercially viable frozen pizza that ships nationwide, survives freezer storage, reheats properly, and still tastes like food made from real ingredients by a real person. Every brand on the avoid list made the deliberate choice that imitation cheese, hydrogenated oils, TBHQ, and mechanically separated chicken were necessary trade-offs for frozen pizza to work at scale. Capello's proves they were never necessary at all. They were just cheaper. The ingredient list on a Capello's pizza box reads like a recipe you might actually follow in your own kitchen. And in a frozen pizza category dominated by imitation cheese colored with paint additives, crusts made with fertilizer compounds, and meat toppings preserved with chemicals linked to immune system damage, a pizza that's simply made from real food is the most radical product on the shelf. There, you have it. 10 frozen pizza brands hiding imitation cheese, synthetic preservatives, and industrial additives behind familiar packaging, and 3 that prove real pizza still exists in the freezer aisle.
How sad. I mean, if you eat it once a week, you could get really, 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 really sick, you know? Okay, this is to show you how you know you're getting lab grown meat from the store, how it's labeled. So you know what to look for.
I gotta get this truck, Kimmy. I'll get with y'all a little later.
Okay, love you, girl.
Lab-grown meat is now federally cleared to sell in the US, but the ones funding it are not the ones you'd expect. This is meat grown from animal cells in steel tanks. No farm, no slaughter. Bill Gates is on the cap table along with Jeff Bezos' Earth Fund. But it's not just tech billionaires.
I think they need to never mind. How dare they mess with our food? But here you go. Yeah, Bill Gates is in charge of the lab grown in Cargill.
Cargill and Tyson, 2 of the 4 corporations that already control most of America's beef, have invested too. The same companies behind industrial feedlots are quietly betting on the thing that's supposed to replace them. 7 states, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Montana, Nebraska, Texas, and Indiana, have banned or paused lab-grown meat to protect conventional agriculture. In Florida, selling it is a crime, a second-degree misdemeanor that can cost a food business its license. Now, this is expected change as companies are racing to scale up and reach grocery store shelves. So watch out for a new meat you've never heard of that could be sitting next to the real thing. But when it gets there, they won't call it lab grown. On the label, they quote it as cell cultivated. And the USDA still hasn't finalized the rules for how these products have to be labeled. Labels are often used to obscure the truth, but look for things that hint at lab grown, visual signals of gas bright red meat, and or clear signs that is product of the USA. But if you really want to know what's in your meat, you can check Oasis app for the latest lab testing. Lab-grown meat is now federally cleared to sell in the US, but the ones funding it are not the ones you'd expect. This is
So what do you think? Or Beth? And now they have been, it says
I was
unknown.
muted. I was muted. I said, when Debbie left, I said, I think I got a truck too.
You gotta go tell. I don't blame you. Should we do the last one? The last one for today. And I
Okay.
want you guys' opinion. Be prepared. And we gotta thank Debbie J for this one.
I don't know about that.
All right. Can you see it?
Kind of.
Was Putin
hang on.
Putin
Let me. Oh, gross.
Putin says we are eating each other. We are eating human meat. Now I've got to go back and look. I found some that says that meat unknown what it is. It's unknown.
Oh, gross.
What do you mean it's unknown? Why are you selling it if it's unknown?
Remember what Vladimir Putin said about us being fed other Americans? There's no way this is from a cow. That looks like a big arm or a small leg. That is not beef. Not too long ago, Putin did say that Americans are being fed other Americans. And you can't tell me this is what a cow leg looks like. This looks like a small leg or a large arm We've been wrong before. As always, let me know what you think in the comments. Stay weird.
What do you think, Warbath? It looks like no other meat I've ever seen before. You're on mute, sweetheart. That's crazy. Can't trust any freaking soul anymore. I know. Warpath. Well, anyway, I think she might have probably be puking now. Sorry. I don't, if it says unknown meat, do not get it. Look, there she
I'm
is.
back. I'm back. I had
Is
to.
it any meat have you seen before?
No,
Me neither.
disgusting.
It is. I mean, it's
Might have to
sickening.
order. Go to wherever
Meat
and get
lockers.
a. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Or get to know your farmers and see when they're butchering, if they're butchering a whole. Warpath
Mm-hmm.
is shit right now.
What? What'd you say? I'm what?
Read it.
Warpath is shit right now. Why am I shit? What'd I do now? Am I in trouble?
No, he's
Because
just
I wouldn't
honoring.
be surprised.
He's
I was
honoring.
being ornery.
Yeah,
I was
he's
gonna
honoring.
say I don't think I've been a good
He's
girl
like his
today.
he's like his dad. He likes to
Oh yeah,
give
yeah I did. I didn't do that, but yeah, I was like, okay, time to go.
Oh, this is what he says. Okay. Warpath is pooping right now.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, Kimmy, seriously? Leave it
Oh,
to you, girl.
read it. It's Mr. Pork.
Oh well, yeah, I
Read.
guess it is. Okay, I love you too, brother.
All right, Debbie J, thank you for coming in and thank you for coming up the panel.
All right,
Thank you for coming on the panel. Mr. Pork,
you're
thank you,
so
thank you.
welcome.
You guys can come on the panel if you want to talk about it. Tuesday, sorry, I was sick Tuesday. I found out that garlic salt, I figured it out. What makes me sick is
I
garlic salt.
told you what to do.
I'm going to do it from now on. Yes. Oh, Mr. Pork said he
Mm-hmm.
loves you. Well, hold on.
Aw, I love
Do you love
you.
me too?
No, you're on the shit list for some reason.
I guess so.
I'm putting you
I
on
got
the
the
shit
shitty.
list.
I got the shitty end of the stick to.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm putting you on his shit list. You
Why?
know what you remember what you was doing yesterday?
Well,
You
I
was
was running.
pooping,
I was going to the bathroom.
literally.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Literally, yeah.
Yeah,
Garlic
I love
salt
my
cleans
brother
me
and
out.
sister. Yeah,
Love you guys. Love you guys. Love you guys.
I
If it
love you
wasn't for
guys.
you, I wouldn't be here. Warpath, Mr. Pork, WJI.
Wonderful.
We love you. Give yourself a big hug from us to you. Bring your trifocals if you need them at the grocery store so you can read those labels. They hide them. They put them in bent places where the label would bend so you can't really read it all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to tell you what to buy. I'm just trying to help you look after your health. The world is greedy. It's nasty. It's
Mm-hmm.
thinking of its own self. And we're trying to keep you guys pay the cheapest amount for real food that won't physically hurt you, hurt your health. Kimmy Love loves you. See you on Sunday, Spooky Sunday. And you know what, Warpath? You know who we're going to cover Sunday?
Nope.
Carmel, Maine. The ghost of Carmel, Maine.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
I
love
know,
Spooky Sundays.
and it's really sad. It's really sad. Some of his family died. His good friends died because they were from the evil that was within the house.
Oh
So
no.
Sunday we will cover that.
I'm looking forward
Anyway,
to it.
I know we're gonna need to pray before we do,
Yeah.
to keep it away from us and to our viewers. We love you.
Love you
See you
guys.
Sunday. Bye.
Bye.